Good morning or good afternoon, folks. So, just got through having breakfast with my homie Q. Me and Q, he lives in my subdivision. We used to work together, but he left our company last year, and since he left our company, we have become pretty tight. Because one thing I've always said, I want to keep individuals in my life that thinks like me, have the same goals as me, ambitions as me, think about money as me, investing like me, think about debt like me. So my goal has been to always surround myself with individuals that think like me on a positive level. I don't care what anybody say. I want people around me that think like me. But I want to give Q credit. About a month ago, he had came to me and he asked me, like, Frank, what do you feel about us getting some guys in the subdivision together? We go out and have breakfast, we talk, and just talk about men things, get things off our chest. Discuss about being husbands, fathers, talk about our money, investing, things of that nature, people of like mind. And I was like, that's a great idea. So today it was just me and Q. We have more control of our schedules. A couple other guys couldn't make it, but today it was just me and Q. We just finished eating breakfast. I'm going to introduce you guys to Q. So let's get to it. So this is Q, everybody. This is my homie Q.
How y'all doing today?
So I'm going to ask Q a few questions, and Q is going to give you the answer to these questions. So Q, how was money in your home growing up as a child?
It's a tough question, but it's not actually as an easy question. Money and my upbringing was not the greatest. At times, my parents struggled a lot. Maybe 85% of my upbringing was finding ways to make extra money to help my family. They didn't value $2. They didn't value 401k at the time, retirement funds. They didn't value none of that. They just used credit cards to get by. As time went past, credit cards started accumulating more debt. That turned into us losing our house at a young age. So I decided for myself to start looking into stuff like 401ks. Now I was rookie at it. I didn't know too much about it. All I knew about it is for my future. But my parents never taught me anything like that.
So you were seriously not born with a silver spoon in your mouth?
No, it was a plastic spoon.
No spoon.
It was a spoon fork, if you want to call it.
So what age were you, Q, when you started working because money was tight in the household?
16.
Started working at 16?
16 years old, I worked at a little restaurant. No, actually I worked at Sears. I was the shoe guy. I used to go get the shoes for everybody out of the back, making like $6 an hour. That's back in 97. Yeah, 97, 96, 96, 97.
Now, why did you feel the need you had to start working at 16 years old? What was the reason?
Because after getting your lights cut off, your water cut off, about to get cut off, somebody had to be the man of the house or be the adult of the house. When your mother's buying fur coats that are paying the NIPSCO, or don't have no kind of savings, not even a savings account. She taught me how to get a bank account just to try to draw money out of it for herself, but she didn't teach me a way to build for the future. As time went on, I learned that.
So as a mature adult, how was your parents with money?
My parents, horrible. My mother cashed in my life insurance policy to move away, which is crazy. My father, who had just passed in August. He left some money, but it's not enough. It wasn't enough to pay his burial, so we had to cremate him. But he never left anything.
So when your father died, he basically died with zero wealth, pretty much.
Zero. think $910 or whatever, and that ain't enough to buy flowers nowadays. He didn't have a plan for it. Just like my mother right now, I asked her a couple months ago. I said, "You got money saved up?" She said, "For what?" I said, "For what?" I said, "Oh wow." She said, "What about you?" I said, I have 3 life insurance policies, and I said I have 2 brokerage accounts, which Frank helped me get that. You know, he helped me put me in the right path to doing it. You know, seeing him talk about it at work made me very much interested.
So prior to meeting me and me talking about investing in savings and debt, what was your view on money prior to meeting me?
I save when I can. I invest when I can. I mean, I had the 401k, but it was just sitting. You know, I was taking the companies I worked with was doing match, you know, dollar for dollar. You know, the most I did was 7% matching or whatever out of my payroll. Again, when I met you, I was like, man, this guy, something about this guy, and he's working, but he got his Bluetooth in his ear listening to what is he listening to? And I, you know, one day I think I asked you, I said, what do you listen to? Financial. I said, really? Do tell. Then after you told me the stuff, I was like, you know what? I need to do it. I think I harassed you. And you was like, we're gonna do it. Don't worry. Let me get mine situated, and then so I'll make sure I'm lining you up just right.
So what is your overall view on investing and saving right now? Is it a priority for you?
Absolutely a priority. I want to retire at 54. That's my goal. That's been my goal forever. 54.
And how old are you now, Q?
I'm 45 years old.
45.
So,
that's definitely a goal you can hit.
Yeah, 54 is my goal. I don't want to work to 60 like my father. Before he died, he was 71. He retired and went right back to work 2 weeks later, which is crazy because he was completely broke.
Wow, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. That's why us as men, we got to keep spreading this message to the masses, and we won't get to everybody, but if we can save, like I say, save a few souls, it's worth the journey. So right now, Q, I got a question to ask you. Q.
Shoot.
When I make my videos towards the black community, and you know, we need to get our shit together, we need to start investing and saving and make this a priority in your life. Do you think I'm being too hard on the community?
No, because I watched the videos. I used to think like, man, is that me? Then I thought about it. I'm like, he sounds like me. He's just a little bit older than me, but he sounds exactly like me. You know, I want better out of myself, my kids, everybody around me, like-minded people, and like-minded people. If they think about investing, then they don't have to work as hard. You know, when you put your videos up, is it hard sometimes? Yeah, to certain people. But if you got thick skin, it's cool. It's very cool. It's I comment on the videos. I'm like, man, I feel the same way. Amen, brother. Amen. And I'm not no Uncle Tom or anything like that. But I'm like, hey, if they can do it, why can't we do it as people? Invest in something. I got a couple people I know that's older than me that don't have no savings at all, no 401ks, no investment, no CDs, nothing like that. No, it's bad. And when I talk to them about it, they just look at me like, "Why are you doing that for?" That's what the white man do. I'm like, "That's what the white man do." No, that's what the rich man's gonna do. And nowadays, you either rich or you poor. There's no middle class. It's rich or poor. And I tend to be on the rich side, not the poor side. Because if you're on the poor side, you're going to be stuck in that poor side mentality. If you're on the rich side, you're going to keep on striving to be richer. Richer in the mind, the body, and the soul. And in the bank account at the end of the day.
Cool. Well, that's my buddy Q, guys. Like I said, we just got through with breakfast. Just want you guys to meet him and see how his mindset is around money. Just from two men just having breakfast and just shooting the shit and talking. Like I said, me and Q have become pretty close over the last couple of years. I value the friendship. I've had some tough moments. I remember a couple of times that my everyday car had broke down on the way to work, and I don't have no family out here or anybody I'm close to. I'll call Q, come and scoop me up, bring me back home, jump in the other car, go to work. So he's really has been a friend to me when I've needed some help. So I want to thank him for that. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. You guys have a great day. This Frank and Q, we out of here.